joy to be around very inspiring people, to be around transformers, to be around coaches, to be with super Buddha like people who are detached, fearless, and courageous because their vibes make you confident, make you feel great, make you feel spiritual as well. So beautiful. Yes. We welcome Nikita ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have already given me the dose of dopamine and oxytocin.
Because you are already smiling. So all the happy hormones are always, charged and flowing through you to the world around you. So that is
Thank
your magic.
you. Yes, and
Now,
your magic is, I think I always say spreading smile. That's why I'm smiling. It's the mirror neurons.
oh, thank you so much. Going ahead with the mirror neurons. I'm inspired by your transformational story. You don't just learn, you really want to feel the lesson, digest them, and live them. What makes you do that effortlessly?
Okay. I think it's not effortless. It's really challenging. But I think transformation happens only when, one understands that it's not about right or wrong. Usually we have been brought up in such way that we have categorized amongst right and wrong, be it people, be it thoughts, situations, and we just don't then accept the fact that there can be two different happy worlds, there can be two different worlds. And transformation actually happens only when you understand that it's just about the choices and the choices which you make. So that's how I think when you choose to transform and you respectfully accept that there can be two different worlds and happy worlds, I think that's when transformation starts happening. And also, it's a everyday thing. It's a journey. It's not like it's not like a destination or something which has to be achieved. Oh, I have self transformed. No, I think it's an everyday thing, and that is why you learn every day, and you just accept whatever comes your way, and you respect also, because respecting is another important element. Just accepting and then accepting and then cribbing in your self talks, and when you're sitting alone, then again there is no transformation, so you need to respect also. So I think that is it.
So, acceptance to celebration. Then you
Yes,
celebrate life. Wow, with gratitude. Great.
exactly.
Super. Now, from lawyer to a mindset coach, lawyer come a great writer, master of words. And I know your meta programs. You are great at tweaking. You are great at creative writing. So, when did you discover this? And how far you want to go with this magic?
uh, I think writing, if now I go back, since, because I have got into all this self transformation and self development space. So now I'm self aware and I am aware of the fact that writing has been with me since always. Those kids who used to write those journals after the day is finished, they'll have their personal diary and they'll have a log to it. All of those things, I think writing was always there with me, but I never realized that it's so important that when I just write it down, that was everything for me. That was my therapy, that was my happiness, that was my, I think that was coaching for
Yes.
myself. So last year I think pandemic has made a lot of us realize a lot of things, the essentials, the non-essentials, the new things. Everyone has learned so much new because they have realized that life is so unexpected. So just do what you want to, and just utilize the most of it, make the best of it. So I think that's when I started putting up my writings, and when I got that courage, slowly and gradually I learned NLP, and the courage developed a bit more. And then finally, early this year in January, I had the courage to say that law is not for me. And now I had the answer that if not law, then what? because earlier I did not have the answer also. So it was okay to, keep going on, because if you give up on it, what do you want to do? You want to do, that's fine. What do you want to do? So now that clear, the why was clear, that why I wanted to do. So I think that's how I got the courage to leave law behind, become a former lawyer now, and a current NLP and mindset coach and writer.
So I just remember discovering your gifts, developing it, and giving it away. Super. So, how many millions do you want to reach out with your writing, with your shows, with your coaching, group coaching, and those stage trainings which we have spoken about earlier? Yes.
See, honestly, there is no end to it. You can dream, and we have learned in NLP also, visualizing. So we can visualize as much, as far as we want to. But I think for me, I keep it pretty simple now. I'm just going with the flow. Just one step each day. That is my funda. And mostly I'm working on myself. And I think that's what is working for me, because I'm working on myself. So everything is getting worked upon as I want automatically.
Yes.
And as far as reaching people is concerned, honestly, if I get one message also, if I post a quote that day that, you made a difference, or people like you should be there, and, you're doing such a great job. I think that is it for me. And I'm sure that with that, I'll reach wherever people are waiting for me. So I'll reach automatically. And that is actually not vision exactly, what numbers I want to reach. But whatever is happening, I'm just pretty satisfied and happy with it. And especially, when even your parents, my mom is so happy that you're doing such a good thing. You're doing good thing. You are spreading happiness. You're motivating, inspiring people through your words. So I think that is it for me as of now. So I have aspirations, but yes, I don't keep the numbers now.
Super. That's the Buddha element in you. One step every day, building yourself. Yeah, okay. Building yourself is reaching out, because, and you read the right person. So many points touched me. Great. Now, what makes you you? What are your top values? What makes you special?
Uh, I think my thoughts. That's what I have discovered lately, because it's the thoughts which were always there with me, the way I used to think. That only I kind of structurized them into quotes and I put it across. And that's how I'm reaching people. And that's what I'm learning, how to, have resourceful thoughts. So I think it's all about thoughts and learning. I think learning has become very important for me. It was always, and I realize it now, because that is why, I just want to be in a space where I learn, from where I learn, the people, the space, the situation. So learnings are very important for me, I think. And that's what is it. That just keeps me going. And that just, that's my enthusiasm also, I think. My thoughts and the learning. Those are my
Yes,
aha
and
moments.
and people of your design, I'm sure, are going to learn till the last breath. They're natural learners, because I have a couple of friends with the same meta program. So I'm 100% sure learning will never leave you, and you will be a smiling learning student. Great. Now, 3 tips for all the youngsters watching you today on this show. It could be
Okay.
career tips, it could be life tips, or it could be your favorite mindset tips.
Uh, for youngsters, I think just 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 be yourself. I think that is what is required. And courage is very important, because when we are kids, we have been told, to behave in a certain manner, to speak in a certain manner, to also think in a certain manner. And which is fine. Discipline is obviously important, very important, because that is the age where we don't understand. So there we must be told that what is right, what is wrong. But having said that, I think we should also be taught to have the courage to say it upfront, what we want, how we want, or if we are feeling something about a person or a situation or something, or even ourselves, how what we are seeing in our future, what we can feel as our future self. Because and also I think living in the present, because it's all about pressure on the students. It's about clearing the exams, getting to next class, getting those highest marks. And I think that is a lie which every parent has told students, that you just pass 10th, then you'll have your favorite subjects, 11th, 12th. Now you just pass 12th board, then you'll have college. College life is so fun. Now you pass college, you'll get job and you'll earn yourself, and then it'll be, you'll have your own life, then job, and then these things never end. And this is life. So this is what is happening. Life is what happens to you, right? So life itself is a school. I love this thing which I heard way back, and I think it is a school. You have to face all those exams. You have to face the surprise test as we face in school. You have to pass also at each step. You cannot, keep thinking in if something bad or something not favorable is happening. And thinking in, I always say there are two words, thinking in, that's, SINK, doobna nahi hai. And then you just think with, that's SYNC. So you just accept everything which is coming your way. And I think that is most important for kids as well, because we don't realize, but a lot of times kids keep certain things in their mind in such a way that it goes so long with them that they start building up in such a manner. They are such personalities, they become such personalities. So I think courage and letting them be, and I think respecting them as individuals. Of course, they're kids, they need to be taught a lot of things, but treating them as individuals, I think they also become responsible and accountable once you treat them as individuals and not kids, and telling them, oh, you can do nothing or you can do everything. Again, two lies. I also at this age, I cannot do everything because I don't have all the resources. And if somebody comes and tells you can't do nothing, no, come on, I have a certain amount of experience. I can do at least something. So, yes, that's it.
True. Yes, I can do something. It's not that I don't know anything. Great. Now you are a super coach, right? You have been mentoring and coaching so many of your age. What are 3 tips you want to give to the budding coaches?
Budding coaches.
3 qualities, yes.
I think one is being flexible, because that is really important. Any just say that everybody has their own model of world. What I'm saying is 2 different happy worlds. So you be happy in your world, and also accept and respect their world. Let them be happy in theirs, and accordingly, you communicate, and accordingly you develop your relation. And again, sinking in, because at times when we have people sharing their experiences with us, we are into those conversations, we sink in so much, we at times go back to our times, and then we take it personally, and then we become so emotional with that we don't realize we might end up being toxic to such people who come for help to us, but we only end up being toxic because we can't control our emotions. So again, you need to sync with, you don't have to sink in.
So many tweaks and little tiny tidbits, thinking, not sinking, being flexible, and just accepting but respecting.
Yes,
so beautiful. Great points. Your favorite NLP lessons? Any 2?
Favorite? I your charge, taking responsibility for change. So I have I think that is the thing I can actually put across in my whole house over the walls, take your charge, take your charge, take the responsibility for change. Because I think you need that change. You feel that change, that there is something which is not again, but there is something which is uncomfortable or not good. Then you take the charge, you take that responsibility. Because and also, when you change things around you, blaming and complaining when people don't do anything or whatever. At least first do that step, take your charge. I think that is my most favorite learning. And the other is, I think, because behind every behavior there is a positive intention. If you if you get inside yourself and you accept, it becomes easy for you. It becomes so easy. All those you being complaining, blaming, they go automatically. You have to accept the core at human being self, two words, human and behavior. So there are two different words. So now behaving in a certain manner does not make anybody less or more of a human. So understand this. It's just the behavior which was there. The person is not like that. We end up creating identities. Oh, that person is like that. No, he behaved in that manner in that situation. So just give that benefit of doubt, because we want benefit of doubt every time, I think. We want every time the benefit of doubt. No, we are not wrong. Oh, it was just that
Yes.
situation. I was not in a great state of mind. So the other person can also be.
So two happy words. And behavior is contextual. It's okay.
Yes.
And taking charge of your internal state. Super. Great. Your favorite movie.
Favorite movie? I think there's a lot of favorite movies. I am a movie person. If somebody tells me I can watch movies every day, but now I don't spend that amount of time in watching movies. But I think there is no specific. I have been one of those, who would have watched all the Bollywood drama of 90s and early 2000 in my school and college life. Then to all those, messages and all those method acting and all those serious movies, to all the comedy web series. There is nothing specific. I can watch anything and everything. My husband also says that, he at times feels that when it's not a good movie, he wants to get, and I like, no, I have started, I need to watch it fully, I need to see what happens. And same with the
Curiosity.
books. Yes, same is with the books as well. Even if I lose interest in the book, but I need to finish it. I need to know what happened in the end, so I need to finish it all. So there is, I think,
No?
any one movie. I think now I really like Dear Zindagi, because I can relate to it a lot. All those Goa vibes, and then all those, so much of NLP in it. So I think that is my recent favorite. I have watched it again a lot of times.
Very nice. Favorite book?
Favorite book? I think I used to really like this book named Eat, Pray, Love. It was by Elizabeth Gilbert. That was one of my most favorite ones. And now there are a lot of books. I'm reading Think Like a Monk right now by Jay Shetty. So it's really nice. Tony Robbins' Unlimited Power is very nice. You have a lot now. Mindset, also a mindset coach. So mindset is really nice. So a lot, many books. I can have a list now. So there are a
One
lot.
lesson from any book which is like, yes.
Yes, I think I'm still reading Jay Shetty, so that is why I think it's very fresh, and I really loved it. It had said that you should always plant a tree, plant a plant basically, and not with the intention that when it grows to a tree, you want to sit there and take that shade from it. Just keep planting and move ahead. Do it
Yes.
for others. So let
Yes.
others enjoy the fruit and the shade of the trees. So I really loved those lines.
Yes. And anyone can take it. We don't know where we will be So
Yes,
keep planting
exactly.
every day. Dr. Kiran Bedi
Planting.
also says, enjoy every day, keep sowing seeds.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
our success measure is not the fruits we reap, but the seeds we sow. So great,
Exactly.
great, great. Your favorite song?
Favorite song? I can listen to any Punjabi song.
Great, great. So your last message for youth, parents, students on life to be happy.
Uh, okay, so I'll actually give an example over here, which I observed. Okay, so I'll ask you a question. What does a day where, say the family or the friends, they decide that we'll go out for dinner or lunch today looks like to you? What happens next, or what is the basically the primary reason? All they decide to go out. What do you think?
It must be some happy moment.
Hmm.
That is why
Uh,
change.
yeah, but change and chunk up
Festival,
and chunk down.
birthday, anniversary.
Yeah, so basically to spend time together, right?
Yes.
Occasion is one thing, but the primary thing is to spend time together. That's why you thought, let's go out for lunch or dinner or
My
whatever.
answers
Okay.
were all left brain or logic answers.
Ah,
Birthday.
yes.
Right brain of piece
Yes,
of cake. Come, let's be together.
exactly. Yeah, but I think to spend time together, right? That's the primary motive, because in these busy lives and how it has become now after the pandemic, everybody's just busy on their screens in their rooms locked up. So it has become so difficult now. But the surprising thing is, as soon as they decide to go out, the next thing is just it. There is a chain of discussions. The first one would be, oh, now where should we go?
Yes.
Some restaurant is somebody's favorite, some restaurant is others' favorite. So that's the first point of discussion. Now they somehow, come down to one restaurant. Okay, now there they go. Now you've reached the restaurant, take a table, sit and enjoy your time, order whatever. That's okay. But no, I have actually seen families fighting on the table also. Oh, not this corner one, not here, not in the center. Let's take that one. That is a couch. That is only chairs. What are you doing? And okay, finally they are on the table. Now they'll discuss on the order as well. All of you have come out, have your favorite food, let it be, enjoy the time. Why are you wasting time discussing here? It's okay if somebody can't share or somebody does not want to have something, just let it be, just enjoy the time together and order whatever. I mean, food is not important, spending time is important, right? Food will automatically taste nice, and food will be nice because you've come out of your house, the regular dal, chawal, roti, sabzi. So obviously you'll have something good only out in the restaurant. Like I say, if they decide on, for example, if everybody would decide on the Italian, then they'll fight on the pasta or the pizza. Pasta or pizza is sorted, then they'll fight on the toppings and on the sauces also, choice of sauces also. Oh, you like white sauce? No, how can you have corn as a topping on the pizza? Array, let it be. Enjoy the time. So I think this is what we need to learn. We need to stop, having problem with everything and every person. We need to understand this, and we need to be thankful for whatever we are getting. Not everybody around is getting that. So please practice that attitude of gratitude. I think that is the only attitude which is required. Rest all will be sorted out automatically. And accept and respect. There can be different happy worlds. See, if you have so many, if you have 8 persons in the family, 8 different happy worlds together, such a big happy world. Nah?
Yes.
So,
And you
so
have
this
8 multiplied happiness, 8x happiness. And you made it
exactly.
simple. And you
Yes,
make things simple when you accept and respect. And when you are
exactly.
grateful, and why complicate happiness? कोई भी होटल चलेगा, कोई भी सीट चलेगी. Beautiful example.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, Nikita. Every moment spent with you was aha. And there was a Buddha in you which came out in many, 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 many ways.
Oh, thank you so
So
much. I
thank you
think the
so much.
light is shining behind me now. I have that circle behind now.
Yes, I can feel the banyan tree.
Oh,
sitting calmly with a serene, beautiful smile. So
thank you
thank you
so
so
much,
much.
Ali.
Thank you,
And
Nikita.
thank you for having me. I enjoy having conversations with you. It's altogether a different thing.
Thank you so much. What I liked the best, we had a smile and we had super state of mind. Let's maintain
Exactly.
this,
Yes,
and that's what NLP is all about. Thank
absolutely.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
धन्यवादः.